Good afternoon, and welcome to this edition of Office Hours with Lanora. It's been a little while since we've had our chance to talk, but today we'll be discussing continuing education. So excited because this is a great time for renewing brokers. We are in the broker cycle of continuing education to start looking closer at those classes that they will need to take to remain compliant and to be eligible to renew that broker's license that, of course, we've already learned you work really hard to earn. Okay? So remember, Office Hours with Lanora is an opportunity for me to help you, the prospective student, learn and gain insightful information about successfully passing the pre-licensing coursework for leasing agent, broker, managing broker, and then moving on successfully to passing that state and national exam on the first attempt. From earlier, I mentioned that today's topic is continuing education. April 30th is the deadline date for the state of Illinois for individuals that have earned a real estate license to renew. It is the even number years, so this upcoming April 30th, 2020, that would be the cycle for brokers to complete the 12-hour requirement of continuing education coursework. The cycle is for anyone who has earned a real estate license prior to February 1st, 2018. So if your license was issued before February 1st, 2018, you are required to complete 12 hours of curriculum to renew, 12 hours of continuing education curriculum to renew your license. The 12 hours break down to 4 of those hours being what we call core curriculum. And we'll go over, because there's been some changes, this is another reason why I wanted to make mention of the CE, the new CE requirements. So the first 4 hours, or however you want to mix it up, 4 of those hours have to be related to core curriculum. That's per the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulations. After the 4-hour requirement has been met, you can take the next 8 hours and do complete elective coursework. So you get to pick and choose what you'll like to take. You can do a 2-hour class along with 2 other 3-hour classes. You can mix it up. You can go over the required 12 hours, but you only need a minimum of 12 hours, including that 4-hour core. At our school, we like to do various ways for students to achieve this goal. We can do what is called classes to you, which is where we sort of kind of pack up the school and come into your office, of course with your managing broker's permission, and complete the required continuing education training from the comfort of your own office. Or, of course, you're more than welcome to come here to 430 North Michigan Avenue on the 8th floor and take those classes here with us. As well as, if you again wanted to just take those classes from home, there's the option of online. There's also self-study and webinars for various other classes that we may offer from a continuing education standpoint. So 12 hours, 4 hours specifically for the core curriculum. The other 8 hours you can pick and choose elective coursework. This is the time where I see a ton of students who may have done a lot more residential coursework or may have done a lot of residential work in general in the industry, wanting to learn a lot more about other areas like commercial. So it would be a great opportunity for you to take the advantage of learning about commercial type classes as well as completing your continuing education requirement. For those brokers that have been licensed for the first time, 2 years or less, this is their first renewal, you're going to be required to complete what is called the 30-hour post-licensing curriculum. So that's 15 hours for part one, which can be completed here at the school, online, or self-study. Then the final 15 hours is an interactive class. You probably remember that from your broker course, that last 15 hours. But this is different. This is where we're recapping everything that you've done during that first renewal and ending that 6 steps to becoming licensed as a broker. So not to be confused or confusing to anyone, if this is your first time renewing your broker's license, you must complete what is now 30 hours. It will be 45 hours eventually, but you will need to complete the 30-hour post-licensing. For anyone that has had their license 2 years or more, this is their second renewal, you're required to complete 12 hours of continuing education. 4 hours of that 12 hours need to be specifically for core curriculum. We have packages available here at the school. For those of you that just want to say, hey, I just want to make sure I get all 12 hours done, or we get the post-licensing done, where do I pay? Where do I pay? So we can lump everything together for you, where we've selected the classes and you simply just need to do the work. Why is continuing education important? Some people think, hey, I've done all of this pre-licensing coursework and now you want me to take more classes in order to keep my license? Well, of course we do. Almost many industries have continuing education. Doctors, beauticians, nail technicians, just mortgage brokers, appraisers, all of them are taking additional coursework because you want to be in a position to know what's current and up to date happening in your industry. Continuing education, again, is a great way to test other areas that you probably would have no access to if you weren't required to complete various coursework. When I was licensed and I had to complete continuing education, I always tried to get it out of the way early, because you would be surprised at the amount of people that we have here in the office at the deadline date of April 30th. Don't wait. Let's just get it out of the way and make sure it's done. There are 6 steps to becoming licensed as a real estate broker. We've gone over just about all of those steps, give or take, how to find a sponsoring broker, those sorts of things. We'll be talking about a few more of those in future office hours with Lanora, but I felt that this one was most important at this time frame because we're approaching the fall, and it's a good time to be in class, either earning a license or completing that continuing education coursework. I would like for you to get it out of the way. Make the holidays your deadline, because if you do it that way, you're done. You don't have to worry about taking these classes in the winter time or in the very beginning of spring when the market is opening again and now you want to be busy and out representing other buyers and sellers. So good time to be doing it right now before the weather changes on us as well. Hey, there are classes starting here at the Realtors Real Estate School for the pre-licensing broker class as early as next Monday, October 14th. Seats are still available in those classes, so if you or if you know someone that is interested in learning about options or taking that type of class, please have them to reach out to me. 312-214-5513. You know me, Lanora Tolliver. I'll make sure that they get the information to be able to make an informed decision, as well as be able to kind of hold their hand through this process of moving and transitioning from a student to hopefully a real estate professional. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this office hours with Lanora. Remember to like, share, and of course, subscribe to this channel so that if you have any additional questions, post those below. I'll make sure that I get them answered for you. If you have a question for a family member or a friend, post those below. You can email or call me, and we'll get all of those questions answered. But until we meet again, I look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.